Hey guys, Mark Spector Comics, and I'm here to do a live unboxing. I got some recent books that came back from CGC from the Rhode Island Comic Con, so I wanted to do some unboxings today, and then we'll talk a little bit about those right after. Let's see if we have anybody here in the chat. Hey, what's going on, Southern Comic Geek? Hopefully you enjoy those books you got from the JP's pop-up shop. Those were some of my fun books that I had in my collection, so I'm glad I went to somebody in the community. What's going on, Steve? How are you? Let's see. If anybody wants to join in, let me know. I just put the link in here, so anybody can just come in and just chat. We can do that as well. I'll throw them in here. Let's see who else has jumped up on. We got what's going on, Hialeah? How are you, buddy? Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. All right. All right, so I talked a little about this on a previous live stream that I had gotten some books back from CGC, from Rhode Island Comic Con. These were, I think, 3 of the 10 books that I sent out, and I didn't end up getting these pressed. I was pretty confident that they were going to be high grades. So they got back within like 4 or 5 weeks, which I was pretty happy with. Let's see. So, all right, move that aside. So, with this little package here, like I said, there's 3 books in here. I'll get this unboxed. And hopefully the other 7 books come back pretty soon. I know I had to send them out to do some pressing and all that bullshit, but can't wait to get those books back as well. All right. Speaking of Steve, so I was a little disappointed. I had a little bit of a very busy week. I wanted to do that contest for you, but unfortunately I ran out of time. I know you had a deadline for Friday at midnight, and with the busy work week and all the other stuff that was going on, I was not able to do that. So I apologize. I'll get you on the next one. And congrats to the people who end up winning your contest. I really enjoyed the contest that you put out there. So I can't wait to jump in on live when you do that and see who wins. So that was pretty cool. Part of it, I did talk a little bit about it, was during my 2020 goals. Obviously, the book that I was looking to get is Werewolf by Night 32. He is my, Moon Knight. He's my favorite character. So I was not able to pick him up last year. So it's definitely going to be one of my goal books that I get this year. Let me see. So let's see. Oh, looks like we got somebody here in the backstage.
What's going on?
Hey, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. What about yourself?
Good, good. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Were these the books that I got from you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I really, these were on my wish list for 2020. So when I saw them pop up, it was some good comic karma, because I had given away my Gideon Falls trade paperback to somebody in the community to get them hooked on the issue. So I'm like, man, I really like that issue 1. So I saw it pop up for a good price and picked it up.
Yeah, that was, I only had 2 in the collection. It was that Jock cover and then the cover A. So I still have the cover A in my collection. That series has been absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Every read, connect, every issue just building up to something else. And it's just been great. I like the horror stories. And I just think they're doing this story justice. It's been great.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on there?
Yeah, this is the youngest son. This is number 5. I've got 6
Oh,
kids.
wow.
Yeah. keep,
Hey, buddy.
keep him busy.
What's his name?
Jace.
Nice.
Tell him, hey. Yes, not.
Oh,
But yeah, that Gideon Falls. I'm not really a big horror guy, but I had a comic shop owner suggest it to me, so I picked up the first 3 trades
okay.
and got me hooked. And so I pick it up at single issues now. But it's just Jeff Lemire's storytelling and how the art kind of just flows together. The art tells the story. Sometimes you have a story where the artist and the writer are kind of pulling against each other, at least in my mind. And
Yeah.
that one, they're telling the same story, and it's just really cohesive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was, like I said, it's funny you brought your little guy on there. I was just able to get mine down for a nap, so luckily he went down pretty quickly, so I can actually get on here and do some content, because lately I have just not had the time to do it, and that was one of my goals this year, is to be more present on the live streams, and just continue to do more content when I had the chance. So whenever I can get the little guy down for a nap and put out some content, I'm always happy. So
Right.
But let's see. All right. Nope, they're not going to be. I think I only have like 2 Power Ranger books in my collection. One of them was recently when I picked up that Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover, and then another one was one of the Shattered Grid story books, which actually was pretty good. But no, yeah, I don't have any of those. What do you got there? Let me see.
Yeah, this is the Tommy Power Rangers thing. So I was thinking about Burke with this.
Oh, cool. There you go.
Get JDF to sign it at a con in a month or so.
Yeah, he's definitely. I used to watch it when I was growing up. He was definitely one of my favorites. Him and the Red Ranger, and I've met them both at cons. They're really nice guys.
Yeah, I didn't realize it, but have you seen the Valiant Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe online?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy that plays Bloodshot is him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. But,
that's cool. All right, so let's get to the books. I'll make this. All right, 3 books. And I know the books. The books were what is it? Omega Man #3, the first Lobo, and then 2 or more recent. It was I think Avengers 684 or something like that. The first Immortal Hulk, and then the next one was what's that?
You said you picked these up at a con?
No, I actually picked these right off the shelf when they came out.
Okay.
Yeah, the Omega Man I've had a couple of years now. I just haven't, I haven't submitted it. I ended up sending that out when I was at the Rhode Island Comic Con this past November. So they just came back not too long ago. So and then the last book was Mortal Hulk #2, that first Dr. Fry or whatever the name of the character is. I had already gotten. Like that series was another one I picked up right from the shelf. Every issue I have that on my current pull. It's one of my. I only have 2 books on my pull right now. It's that and Venom. That's it. And then the rest of the books I just pick up whenever I feel like picking up a book to read, because I'm always so far behind when it comes to catching up on new stories. So those were the books. And then like I said, that Immortal Hulk, I had met the inker last year at Terrificon, and got him to sign that, and I submitted that out last year for grading, and it ended up getting a 9.8.
Oh, sweet.
Let me see. This was at you can't really see the signature too well with the glare, but it's there at the bottom. Signed by Paul Mounts. He's the one of the inkers, and I haven't seen too many people get his signature out there. Usually you get like either Al Ewing or Alex Ross.
Right.
And not too many people, like when I actually met him, he was a nice guy. He was like, oh, not too many people get these books signed by me, because they often don't know that he was on there doing the inking. And he does other current stories that people may be familiar with, the Lois Lane. he inks that story as well. There's a few others. I just can't think of it right now. But all right, so the books. All right, so we'll start with the oldest book first, and that's the Omega Man First Lobo. And then let's see, here we go. So, all right, start from the top. Hey, there we go. Wow. 9.8. Really nice. This was the book I was absolutely confident that I was going to get a really high grade. It should have been a 9.8, or I would have been really disappointed on my personal grading if I couldn't tell that this book was it was flawless. And when I was looking at it, I didn't press it. There was like nothing wrong with this book, and I wouldn't really disappointed if it wasn't a 9.8. So I've had a few chances to get this signed too by what's his name, Keith Giffen, which was the artist. But the times I went to the cons, he was either not there at the time, or he had canceled last second when he was ill, whatever the case was. So if I get a chance to meet him again, him or I think Mark Wolfman, which I think was the editor at the time, I'll try to get them signed. But it's a great book. I love this character. He's one of my favorite DC villains. And
Stan Lee said that if he could have wrote one DC character, it would have been Lobo. So.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's awesome. And I'm hoping they do something with the character. I know there've been talks about him in the HBO Max series, maybe getting his own spinoff. I know he was in a few episodes for the CW show for Krypton. And I don't know if you guys ever watched that show. It came out last year, and he was in there. He was teased a few times, had some decent, plots, but then they just stopped. They canceled the show. So I was like, oh, well. Let's see what's in it. Oh, what's going on? Hey, how's it going, Second Street? Thanks for joining. So I was, like I said, hopefully they do something more with the character because he's one of my favorite DC guys. All right, and then go from there. All right, so the next book is Avengers 684, The First Immortal Hulk. Hopefully this is also a 9.8. All right.
Sweet.
2.98 so far. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. And oh yeah, it does say here as well. Hulk gains the powers, or what is it called? Hulk gains new powers and becomes immortal. So that's pretty cool.
Even though pretty much everybody in comics is immortal, so
yeah, exactly. And I often forget that it's a cover done by Mark Brooks.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I picked up that Mark Brooks House of X Powers of 10 set off of eBay not too long ago, and cross my fingers I run into him at a con or something like that.
Yeah,
get him to
yeah. All right, and then the last book is Immortal Hulk #2, and I'm hoping this is also a 9.8 because this, like I said, this was another book I picked up right off the shelf, and when it first came out, it was super hot. So, look at that! That's awesome. There you go. All 9.8s, and they all came back white pages. There you go. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So when you you didn't know what these were, so you didn't look on the CGC.
No, I came really close to, because I got an email from them saying that the books were on their way, and I was tempted to look online, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna wait. I'll be patient, and then when I get a chance to unbox it, I'll do it. So that was pretty cool. I've done that in the past with my other books, like my CBCS books that had just took 5-6 months to come in after pressing and all that stuff. But these, because they came back so quickly, I was patient and I wanted to see what they got. So that was really cool. So now I got what I think are 3 big books in that series. is the first Immortal Hulk, Dr. Fry, and the first solo, Immortal Hulk #1, all in 9/8. So that's really cool.
Sure. So you read Immortal Hulk, you said that's one of the ones on your pull list. Would you classify that as horror?
Yeah, it for Marvel right now, for ongoing, yeah, it is classified as horror. Especially at the first, I want to say the first 10 to 12 issues, they were pretty dark considering what Marvel's been putting out lately. And I want to say the last, so right now they're on issue 30. I think 31's coming out within the next couple of weeks. That they've been kind of like, the pace has been completely different. They're getting more into the, I don't know if you're reading the story at all.
No, I've just been reading the reviews and stuff, and I had read that it was kind of tapering off, that it wasn't as really as much as it used to be. So.
And that's what I've been like. I've been contemplating dropping it because the last few issues since issue 25, they dropped that big cosmic, he went cosmic, and then it just like he came back to Earth, the planet's a mess. And it's been getting to a completely different storyline, and it's been slowly picking back up again. I got a feeling they're going to be, I think issue 33 is the 750th Hulk issue. Okay. So there's going to be something big. But like I said, the first, like up to like issue 12 or 14, when he was going into hell, they met the one below all. It was pretty dark, and I thought it was phenomenal. And then since then, it's been slowly tapering. And I got another one. Yeah, highly agrees as well. Yeah. So but yeah, like I said, I'll probably wait to issue 33, and if it still kind of is tapering, I'm just gonna drop it. Like I said, I only have two books right now in pull. It's that one and Venom, and so it's really not like it's taking a lot out of my wallet weekly when it comes out. So I don't really mind at the time, but yeah. That's pretty much that on Immortal Hulk, and I'm hoping they do something in the down the line, maybe phase 5 with Hulk's story, because I was pretty disappointed the way they portrayed Hulk in the Avengers Endgame Infinity War story. I know a lot of people were disappointed, so maybe if they go somewhere darker, it seems like phase 5 is it's all over the place. It's cosmic. Doctor Strange is getting into like more of the multiverse, dimensional. Maybe they'll do something with that. Maybe they'll tie in the Wolverine with the Hulk, the classic 80s battles. Who knows? I don't know. It's just me speculating. Sure. But it'd be pretty interesting to see where it goes from there.
Yeah, I definitely dig the rampaging version of the Hulk as opposed to the Professor Hulk stuff. And in Endgame, I thought for sure that he was going to have another crack at Thanos. Even if he was just setting up the end scene with Iron Man, but at least have another crack at him where he beats him down and kind of redeems himself versus getting whooped at the first part of Infinity. I really didn't get that one, but
Yeah. What's going on, Bake? Thanks for stopping by. So is there any books that you're looking out for now? I know you said you picked up a few of those from the JB's pop-up for me, that books that were on your list. Is there any
other X-Men and a Batman guy, so I've been picking up Batman. Excited about Tinian's new take on the book and the character. I probably don't dog Tom King out as much as some people do, but I think he just did simply what a lot of writers do these days and take something that could be done in 3 or 4 books and try to spread it out over a whole series just to sell issues. Quantity over quality, but and the X titles are kind of getting that way, and I'm thinking I'm going to drop some of them and just stick with the like X-Force and Marauders and some of the better ones.
Okay, yeah, I was reading those. X-Force I was enjoying quite a bit. Marauders I liked. Some of the other ones like Fallen Angel I wasn't reading. X-Men I read the first 3 issues and then I kind of fell off. I don't know if it's been getting better or not. It's like I said, there's so many good reads out right now. Mm-hmm. It's tough to catch up with all I'm about like 3 weeks behind on new comic stuff. Because like I try to read a lot of like the indies, DC and Marvel, a lot of the stuff I do, like my the segment on the new comic book day best bets of the week, and those that I don't get a chance to pick up, I try to read digitally, and then if I do find them down the road, like at another LCS near me, I'll pick them up. That's usually how it works. But I'm so far behind; it's really tough. And then the more and more books coming out every single week that it just sets me back. So
Right.
I always like to hear what people when they do their reviews on YouTube, and just, all right, maybe that's something I should really, check it out. But let's see what's going on. Catching up here on the chat. Oh, it looks like Bake did some more some of his bake boxes out there. I didn't have a chance to pick any up. Did you sell them all out?
He still had a handful last time I seen.
Oh, really? Oh, I might have to. If he still has some, I'm gonna have to probably try to pick one up, because I like to buy the these little mystery boxes from the YouTube community. I don't do any of these Spider-Man booth boxes or the Comic Vantage boxes. Like I said before, I don't like to be a lot of heavy variants, and
Right.
a lot of these are like Comic-Con variants, and the way they put their sticker prices on there, I don't completely agree with them. If you don't like pick them up and sell them right away, it's just the value that's on there is just completely gone. And
Sure.
I'd rather get books that I get from the community that I know are going to be nice books, they're key books, or they're going to be a good story. Because a lot of these, it's great art with the variants, but to me, I'm not a big variant person. So I bought a few books, a few mystery boxes from people in the community that I've thoroughly enjoyed them. So it looks like there's 8 left, but don't feel up. I have a preview video. Okay, yeah. So it looks like you got a few left. All right. So I'm gonna have to hit you up then, Bake. I want to, definitely pick one up from you. You probably just hit me up after on IG, and we can exchange some info. I'll definitely. I like to support the community when I, as much as I can.
Sure.
Obviously, like I said, books that I don't have the opportunity to pick up on New Comic Book Day, a little extra money in the pocket ends up, going towards my goal books for the year. And then if there's any extra, I try to support the community as well, of course.
Yeah, I ordered a bake box. It's I'm assuming Bake that you've mailed it out. So when it comes in, I'll be doing a review video on it. But so looking forward to getting that.
Oh, so you picked one up. That's awesome. All right, so I'll have to check that out as well then when that comes in. So I've seen a lot of the videos people have been putting on live, and there's been a lot of good books in there, so it's been pretty cool. Let's see. Looks like you have a contest video for us. Oh, yeah, nice, Jim Starlin. That's really cool. I still haven't had the chance to meet him. He came to a con near me last year, and I was able to get my Infinity Gauntlet #1 signed.
Yeah.
By Joe Rubenstein and George Perez. The last one I needed was Starlin, and then that would have completed that. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully one day.
Yeah, Starlin's was at GalaxyCon. I went to it back in November. I got him to sign my Infinity Gauntlet, a couple of Captain Marvels, and I actually got him to sign my Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, you have one too? Nice.
And so I got him to wear it, and we took a picture of him snapping it with it lit up.
Yeah.
And so he was a pretty cool guy. He said that he had to take it off because it was bringing out his darker side. But I had been told that he was kind of I don't know. I don't think he'd be at the level of Neil Adams douchiness, but I had been told that he was kind of that way. But I didn't really get that. So he was really talkative, and talking about the old days Captain Marvel that he wrote. I had gotten to sign The Death of Robin, and just talking about different stories that he had wrote and drew, over the years.
Yeah, see, I heard the same thing about Neil Adams. A lot of people give him a bad rap. They call him a douche and stuff like that. I was fortunate to meet him this back in November at Rhode Island Comic Con. I had I want to say Detective Comics 402, which was a Man-Bat story signed by him. And I had this really cool old like Hardy's playmat. I don't know, like signed by him as well, and he was pretty excited. He told me the story behind that. How back in the day they used to, like, these advertising companies would commission artists to do these, and he did a really cool print on that. I did it on a previous video, but I'm still waiting for. I talked to him. He was a really nice guy. We talked for a little bit, and there was nobody there in the line, so it was pretty much just go up to him and just chat. I think a lot of people get put off because he charges quite a bit for his signatures. He charges $50 a pop for anything.
Right.
And then that's maybe some people get put off by that, but I had a pleasant, experience with him. I haven't yet met an artist or writer that I found, to be douchey or just like an ass. Everybody's been fairly nice. And another one I met there was Christopher Priest, and he was really nice guy, really down to earth. And we chatted for quite a bit as well. But that's my personal experience. I know a bunch of people have said that, he's kind of, a bit of a douche, but I've enjoyed him.
Yeah, and I met Neil Adams. I got him to sign my Batman 251 with the Joker on the cover.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I always like to get a picture taken. And my experience in cons, and just I don't go to big ones like New York Comic Con or anything like that, but is that most of the cosplay, they do their thing, and so it leaves those people's lines open pretty much to give you plenty of time to talk to them, and that's part of the signature deal for me.
Yeah.
And he was very talkative, and he was not rude or anything like that. I think the thing that was putting off to me was that he was charging so much.
Yeah.
Here I am getting multiple SIGs from you, and I'm talking to you. You can tell I'm a fan. And then I say, hey, man, can I get a picture with you? Just like every other person I ask. And he goes, yeah, it's $30.
Yeah. Then, he'll charge more for it. And he was charging, I think, an extra $5-10 for like a COA on top of it. I was like, I don't need a COA. I had the guy there witness the signature just to send it off, but he was doing that as well, so I was like, oh, that's kind of, trying to pinch a few extra dollars out of you. But he was, other than that, he was a really nice guy,
Yeah.
But oh geez, it looks like the little guy is up already. Oh, man.
Didn't last long.
No, it didn't last long. All right, so I apologize. I wanted it to go a little bit longer, but the little guy's up, so I have to go get him. But
Sure.
Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully next time we go a little bit longer. But I was happy that I was able to at least unbox these finally.
Yeah, and good pickups, and congrats on the grades.
Yeah, thanks, man. All right, guys. Well, hopefully everybody has a good weekend. I'll talk to you guys later, all right? Until next time, Rock Spector Comics, out.